All right, we have new information about what happened before the assassination attempt on former President Trump. A source tells CBS News his security detail had been beefed up before the shooting after U.S. intelligence detected a potential Iranian plot. CBS News Homeland Security and Justice reporter Nicole Sganga is following this story for us from our Washington bureau. Nicole, this is pretty jarring. What more do we know about this Iranian plot against Trump?
It is, Errol, and in the weeks and months before the shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Butler, an intelligence source tells CBS News that there was a significant uptick in chatter concerning an Iranian plot to assassinate the former U.S. president. We've also learned that chatter was backed up by human-sourced intelligence obtained by the U.S. The White House's National Security Council alerted Secret Service of the threat, and amid some ongoing requests by Trump's security detail for more help, more assets were granted by Secret Service. Counter-sniper teams, counter-assault teams. Those are the agents you saw surround and cover Trump as shots rang out Saturday. Drones, robotic dogs. Trump has long been a target for the Iranians, most notably after directing that 2020 airstrike that killed top Iranian commander General Qasem Soleimani. It's unclear just how many of those new assets were there at Saturday's rally, but this certainly raises questions about how an individual armed with an AR-style weapon could get within 500 feet of the former president.
And have officials yet ruled out the possibility of a connection between that Iranian plot and what happened on Saturday?
Yeah, it's an important question, Errol. The investigation so far has not uncovered any links between Saturday's shooter and any co-conspirator, foreign or domestic, according to a law enforcement bulletin obtained by CBS News. That bulletin also warned that violent extremists could try to conduct follow-on or retaliatory attacks over the next few months related to the November election. And just with so many questions remaining, Errol, we know there will be many eyes on Secret Service Director Kim Cheadle's testimony on Capitol Hill in the days and weeks ahead. CBS News has confirmed later today federal law enforcement officials from the FBI, from Secret Service, from the Department of Justice will hold an all-member phone briefing, both with the House and the Senate, on the assassination attempt.
A very important call. Nicole Sganga, we appreciate the update. Thank you. We are going to continue this conversation with CBS News correspondent Charlie DeMar. He's on the ground in Butler, Pennsylvania. You've been there since this incident took place. We heard Nicole there speak about what was happening in the background as far as the security assessment. They're on the ground. Where do things stand in this investigation into the shooter?
Good morning. As far as the investigation, we have seen, of course, a lot of finger pointing between federal authorities and local law enforcement who were working the event on Saturday, the Trump rally here in Butler, Pennsylvania. But we are getting a better sense of the operations on the day of on the ground. Sources telling CBS News that there were actually 3 snipers from a local tactical team. They were on duty helping the Secret Service with security on Saturday. They were actually in the same building that the shooter ultimately perched upon and took his position. They were beneath him. And before the shooter took his position on that roof, one of those snipers in that building actually noticed the 20-year-old in the crowd and noticed him acting suspiciously. We're told by a law enforcement source with direct knowledge of the situation that the 20-year-old was glancing up at the roof several times, was using a rangefinder. Rangefinders are often used by marksmen to see how far their shots are. Golfers use them to see how far a hole is. This caught the attention of the sniper so much that he took a picture of the 20-year-old, sent that up the chain of command. By the time that he had radioed for backup, noticed that the 20-year-old returned to the site where he ultimately took that position on the building with a backpack, but had lost sight of him. And it was too late by then. He had already taken his position and was able to get those shots off, Errol.
So much more to learn from all of this. Charlie, thank you very much.